Thank you to everybody that didn't go too far away and for joining me outside today. That was fun. But we were having some latency issues, and I didn't want to put y'all through the whole reconnecting, disconnecting, all that stuff. So let me see here. Hang on, what happened here? Let's go here.
I thought you were going to mute.
Hang on. So I'll be right back, y'all. Don't go nowhere. All right, all right. Thank you, everyone. Sorry, that was kind of a long, we're getting started. Was helping with some animal stuff, some animal business, but now got everything situated. We were outside, now we're inside, and I definitely want to encourage you to tune in later this afternoon for Torch Thursdays. I'm actually going to get super dolled up and sing some music. I'm not even entirely decided on what yet. But more than likely something of the Torch genre, given the name of the stream. However, I'm open to song request ideas, and even if I don't know the song, I'll listen to it a couple of times and give it a go, because I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm just kidding. But yeah, anyway, I am, for those of you who are unfamiliar with who I am Narelle. I'm one half of the band Famous. We're this music duo. And this is actually one of our CDs, one of our albums. It's our second album. Let's see if I can get it up there on the camera. Ooh, there we go, kind of. This is the Awakening EP. We've got one of these signed coming to our friend, Hedonist Wanderer. Shout out to you. He actually took advantage of a great deal going on right now. And you can too if you want to support indie and animal rescue. How many other independent musicians do you know that run an animal rescue sanctuary? Anybody? Because if there is another one out there, like, we should link up, because that's freaking awesome, and maybe we can join forces and really make a huge difference. Xander and I are just two people, and we're taking care of a lot of animals in the middle of nowhere. Thankfully, we do have Starlink, so we're able to do these streams off of solar power, and just by you tuning in, wherever you're tuning in on TBF Network, you help animal rescue for free, because whatever tiny little bit of ad revenue adds up over time. It really does, believe it or not. Just like those of you who are patrons for $1 a month or more, even $1 a month. Like, some people are like, I'll give $5 a month or $50. I had someone once, God bless them, they gave us like $15 a month for like 3 months, but I was like, seriously, I'd rather have you with us long term at $1 a month. Like, you'd be with us, a long time at that amount, but it's like, not everybody can afford more than $1 a month, and that's totally fine. I get that. I mean, the economy's insane. Inflation is insane. That's, part of why we have so many avenues of revenue to help with the animal rescue. And your girl's not afraid to DoorDash and hustle as well. So, I mean, we work hard. We're not too proud. We're very humble. We've, managed to actually do a lot, just the two of us. We're kind of a powerhouse, and I'm very grateful because I couldn't do this without Xander. So shout out to Xander. He's the other half. He's the other stud. I'm one stud. He's the other. No, I'm just kidding. He's the only stud pictured with me. He's the stud on the album here. That is Xander. Actually, this artwork was, the photography was done by a good friend of ours, who, he was amazing. He did photography for all of the Party for a Purpose event, almost all of them, nearly all of them, I'm pretty sure, of the Party for a Purpose events that we did. Party for a Purpose because we were sharing proceeds with different, like, for 1 month we did actually a food drive, so we not only had monetary donations that we ended up delivering a check, Xander and I myself, we delivered a check to the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank, but we also did a drive and we collected a bunch of non-perishable food items and and they were big, like they were like 4 feet tall boxes, like huge boxes, and we brought 2 boxes of non-perishable items in addition to a check. And I know Eric on Assignment Photography was with us, Nyla Magazine, another one of his projects. Great dude. One of the coolest record collections as well, and just has an amazing personality, is very good at what he does, and it was super cool because he was part of the Party for a Purpose events, and that he got some really amazing moments and helped immortalize them, really. So very grateful to him. And he also, without him, we wouldn't have this awesome photography for our second album, Awakening EP. That one of the songs actually was on the radio. Shout out to Xander. Because I say shout out to Xander because it was like mostly him. I just woke up one morning and he was like, "Here, sing these vocals," and I was like, "Oh, sick. Okay, this is good morning." And that song actually went on the radio, which was amazing. And there's other songs on here that got love in a lot of places, and articles and celebrity endorsements, and we're very grateful. But we wouldn't be here without our fans. Every single one of you helped make the band famous. because at one point we were making music just for us, regardless, occasional animals or butterflies or whatever was nearby. But now we have amazing fans all around the world, and it's just an incredible feeling. And but we always stay humble, and we do work every day. We don't really get days off. With running an animal rescue, you don't really get days off because there's always, there's still even work to be done on the ranch today that I have to do, that I'll do in between this stream and a later stream this afternoon. I might have said 3, but I definitely meant 4. I can't remember what I said on my personal Twitter, but if nothing else.
You did unmute, right, Neuro?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, making sure.
Yep, yeah, thank you, Xander. But yeah, for Torch Thursday, I'm actually going to be getting dolled up. So this, like what I'm wearing right now, I pretty much rolled out of bed like this. So this is just a casual stream. I just wanted to hang out with y'all and give major love and shout outs again to our fan Headless Wanderer, who got the Kurt Cobain tee, recently got the Kurt Cobain mug from bandfamous.etsy.com, because he heard about an ongoing sale we have, and it basically, while supplies last, while we have copies of our, and I don't know off the top of my head how many we have left, so it's just kind of first come, first serve. If you want one, put it in while you can, because no guarantee they're going to last for X amount of time, because I really can't predict how long it'll last. But the Awakening EP with the song Because, that was on the radio in England, played on Six Towns Radio to Stoke-on-Trent, Newcastle, Kidsgrove, and then it was played on this like punk rock experimental program, and it was picked up by other radio stations in the area. For example, Radio Wigwam in Cardiff, the capital of Wales. So that was super rad. It was picked up and played there, and then also a web radio in France, Fashing Web Radio, and Radio Lantau in Hong Kong, China. 谢谢. So, merci beaucoup, and 谢谢. Thank you so much, everybody. It's just incredible. It blows my mind. But yeah, so this was a really fun project, and not even our best work. I mean, you guys haven't heard our best work yet, if I'm being honest, if I'm being critical of myself. I think... I'm very happy. I know that we've made some good music over the years, because I like a lot of it too. But I mean, like, some of the music that we're working on is like, we're just so happy with it, and we can't wait to share it with you. And we do have another single coming soon called Champion Mindset, so definitely stay tuned with us to hear about when that's going to be coming out. We do plan to premiere it in a certain way, so TBD, TBA, TBF. To be frank, the band Famous. So, y'all see what I did there. But yeah, TBF is also kind of an acronym for the band Famous, obviously, but we thought, To Be Frank, which you see on the background there, is actually what I consider our 2.5 album. And we'll go back to that in a moment as I digress. But yeah, for those of you who would like a free autographed copy of our second album, the Awakening EP, and I'll go ahead and I'll take it out of the case so you can see it. Okay, this is an eco-friendly one. We found a great deal on the same company that did these CDs. They had a great promo going on that the next one we have, it's actually going to be, the CD is going to be contained, so it won't just be in the plastic case to keep it all together. But this is pretty cool. So this is the front of it. This is the back of it. And obviously there's a little bit of glare, but you get an idea. It's not just like a blank, like burned MP3 disc, but this actually has like photo artwork and everything. It's got the track list on there. It's got a photo of Xander and I. All this photography was done when we were still in Los Angeles doing the Party for a Purpose events, running our live workspace, recording studio, and independent live music venue, as well as storefront. We had merchandise. We were a mile from downtown LA, in East LA, in a very popular spot right by like a Starbucks and a 7-Eleven, McDonald's, like all kinds of really like there was always traffic. So that was crazy. That was a wild ride. We're so grateful to everyone that supported that journey. We helped a lot of artists. We are the musician's musician, and we always will be, but we've also decided, ironically, when we were doing the One Love for All music festival for animals. We actually we saved two animals in Los Angeles. One of them was going onto the freeway, and I literally left. This was before we got our Jeep, but we had this salvaged kind of, you know, salvage vehicle, and I left it running at a gas station in East Los Angeles, and saw like a mechanic working at the gas station, and I was like, "Can you watch this? I'll be right back." And I like just booked it after this dog that was basically running onto the freeway. It was the Highway 60, I think it was 60 East or something, and it was a beautiful dog. It was like a German Shepherd Husky mix that was like the same coloring as the Puggle that we later rescued from the streets of Los Angeles. And the Puggle we kept, and we actually tried to keep the other one, but it ended up getting out of their jumpers. You know how Huskies and German Shepherds are. So it jumped the parking gate. We had let it outside and had it like in the back parking gated area. And it was a pretty high parking gate, and at least according to the neighbors, that's what happened. I don't think anyone would have just let him go, because I believe him. I believe him. So yeah. Anyways, kept him from going on the freeway. Hopefully that dog's okay wherever it is. But shortly thereafter, I'm checking the mail at the Van Famous venue in a mile from downtown Los Angeles in East LA, and I am like brought back to a nostalgic moment of when we lived in New York for a year, and we lived in like kind of near the Bronx in Upper Manhattan in the Dykeman area. They called it the Little Dominican Republic, if I'm not mistaken. And a lot of the little corner shops, there was always cats just like running around. They like lived there. They were like shop cats, and like so they'd always like rub against you while you were shopping and stuff. So that brought me back, and I expected a cat, and I looked down, and it's this little emaciated dog. And Xander and I were just about to go to 99 cents only store for some groceries because we're humble, and we're like, okay. Plus, it wasn't cheap running a live music venue in Los Angeles, and to be frank with you, see what I did there? To be frank with you, we lived in our car for like 2.5 years to even be able to do that for a couple of years. And then, COVID and all the craziness started to happen, and we weren't able to, for that festival, for the Los Angeles Animal Services and LGBT Center, we weren't able to have an audience inside. It was like during that whole shutdown. And so we weren't able to really generate as much as we normally would be able to for the organizations, because no donation-based bar, no ticket sales at the door, because they're only able to tune into the free live stream event. So we're just hoping they might go and donate on their own, and all we can do is raise awareness. So that's, we still did. And we even had people knocking on the door trying to come in during the festival, and even one of them, like, it was like, oh, I wish we could let you in, I'm sorry, but it was just like some crazy times. But we did decide, with the two animals that we had helped at that time, during the time of doing the Party for a Purpose to help animals, it was like, I told Xander a long time ago that I used to dream of like living out in the middle of nowhere with a whole bunch of animals. And he was down with that too. And so when things got kind of crazy, we kind of, we re-strategized, and we thought, well, why don't we like move somewhere in the middle of nowhere and help animals and have more animals and still do everything we're doing, but just like do it out there. And that takes work, you guys. Like we lived in our Jeep for the first 6 months when we got out here, while we were like refurbishing and like just restoring, and so much work, so much backbreaking work, from rock walls to landscaping. So much work, building the greenhouse, building all of the animal coops, using as much resourceful resources, being as resourceful as we can with the resources that we use, is what I'm trying to say, like tires, scraps of wood that are, just whatever we could that wasn't like, we didn't have to go to like Home Depot and Lowe's and buy everything. That's not what we did. We were actually very resourceful and recycled a lot of like wood and tires and things like that. And it's been great. It's held up very well, but it's been a lot of work, and we weren't even solar powered right away. It took some time to get there, but it's so amazing to now be solar powered, to now have not have the energy overhead, because there's still gas expenses. There's still propane for cooking and heat in the winter, because it does get cold in the high desert of Arizona, believe it or not. We won't even go there, but it was rough. And it's still work. We still have a lot of work to do, but we're just so grateful for everyone supporting us, and just, you know, wherever you're tuning in. Sammy Puritz says, "Do we play like Wii the game?" I actually don't have Wii, or I totally would. But yeah, I don't have that. I used to have a PS1 and an N64 and a Super Nintendo. And I think at a difficult time in my life, I might have pawned them off or something like that. When I was moving, getting away from a crazy roommate, that type of thing. Crazy girls, man. There's some crazy guys, but there's some crazy girls. Y'all, just golden rule, mother lovers. That's all I can say. I don't know how many of y'all are watching Fallout, but we haven't even gotten through all of the first season of Fallout. I don't know. So no, don't spoil, don't tell it. Well, I mean, I know it's based off the video game, so it's like you kind of have an idea, but it's been super fun. I always smile when she references the Golden Rule, because that's actually one of the songs on To Be Frank, which we will get back. But yes, we do have some limited copies of the Awakening EP, and you get a copy for absolutely free with any purchase of any mug at bandfamous.etsy.com. I'm Narelle. I'm one half of the Band Famous, lead singer, co-founder, co-producer, co-everything, lead developer as well. Bandfamous.com is the official website, so bookmark it. We actually released a documentary recently, and it gets vulnerable, it gets real. We've been through some shiz, okay? We've been through some shiz, but we're champions. It's that champion mindset. Like I said, new song coming soon, and this is the way, you know? Gotta rise up, be strong, just like Emotional Scatter. Yeah, honestly, some of these songs, like, I even wrote during, like, really difficult times, and, you know, it's helped me. So if it manages to help another human being out there, then that is such a blessing, and I'm truly grateful that I can create something that can help someone else get through a similar or however difficult time it may be. If it helps them in any way, if it heals them in any way. Real talk, I had someone in my family that struggled with some mental health stuff, we'll say, and addictions and things like that. And I'm just going to say someone in my family. I'm not going to give everything away. But whenever they heard me sing, they would often break down into tears. Uptown Funk. Uptown Funk, like the song. Uptown Funk, gon' give it to ya. Don't believe me, just watch. Is that what you're talking about? That's kind of, I don't know if it's torchy, but it's kind of jazzy. But yeah, we could. The only thing is, obviously, we'll give credit to any musicians we shout out. I'm not trying to infringe on anyone's copyright. I'm not making an album and trying to make sales off of it. But plus, they'll get monetization from playing their videos. So, Uptown Funk. Are you talking about that song? I'm not sure. Shout out to Sammy Puritz, tuning into one of the platforms of TBF Network. I've got a multi-stream chat going, so some of y'all might be in a different chat room and you're like, who the hell is this bitch talking to? She's crazy. She's got like multiple personalities. No, actually I don't. Only a couple. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I'm pretty, I don't know, you know, life, I empathize. It's been a trip. But there are lots of things that can help us get through the difficult times. Lots of things. Music's definitely been a huge one for me. Music has definitely saved my life on many occasions. I would never harm myself or anyone else. Of course, except self-defense. Like, don't come for me and my family, bro. Don't fuck around and find out. But, like, you know, real talk. Mental health is real. Suicide prevention is important. If you or anyone you know is in a dark place, I encourage you to please don't bottle it up, but reach out to someone, whether it's a trusted friend or confidant, or don't be too prideful to call the National Suicide Hotline if you're in a dark place. You know, there are professionals that will help guide you back to you know, your reason to keep fighting the good fight and keep slaying those devils that are trying to put out your light. So, wee bit of poetry. But, yeah. Music is so important. I definitely do not take it for granted. I'm so grateful for the gift of song, for the gift of music, for just, you know, whatever I have. Like, I don't think I'm better than anyone else, but I do think I'm unique, and I'm grateful to be unique. I have a unique voice. I can sing a lot of different stuff. I've often been called like a chameleon with my voice, and a lot of people encouraged me to go on The Voice and American Idol and all this stuff, and I did almost go on The Voice. It got a little political. There was someone that literally called me and left me a voicemail, and they were like, come back and let's discuss the contract, and I know some people at The Voice, and I didn't go. Yeah. We've stayed independent, and we've helped our fellow artists, and now we're helping animals again, like I said, as I digress, but we do live and run an animal rescue now, off-grid, and we stream off. So actually this stream right now is brought to you from the sun. Shout out to the sun. But again, as I mentioned, as I've talked about a lot on this stream, while supplies last, if you would like a free copy of our second album, The Awakening EP, and mind you, our first album is absolutely free. Some of you, if you have the iPhone app, then you have our Legacy app, because it's currently not available for iPhone, but if you have it, you have it. And there's a lot of people that do have it, and a lot of people that have reviewed it, and we're just so grateful. Oh, you guys are the best fans. That's all I can say. But our first album, Last Words, is available in the Band Famous app. You can download it for free. At least if you have an Android device, you can still get it for free. It's the Band Famous on Android, Google Play. You can also find the link at bandfamous.com. That supports us. If you would like to get a free copy of our Awakening EP that includes 6 tracks, Autotune Appreciation, Laser Eyes, Promises, Emotional Scatter, 11-9, and Because. Again, some of these in the press, some of them on the radio, a lot of bops that people enjoyed from this album. Promises, actually, we randomly connected with a fan who heard Promises in a nightclub, and he actually apparently knew the DJ, so he was like, what was that song, and da-da-da, but he heard it in a nightclub all the way over in St. Louis, Missouri. I think that's where St. Louis is, right? So that's amazing, and now him and his girl listen to it all the time. So there's a lot of good songs on this album. You can get it for free. It's normally $10 to get this album, but you get it for absolutely free, and while supplies last. These awesome little Strike Up Some Love Band Famous matches. The Band Famous, bandfamous.com. They are the nice kind. I'll just show you. Of course I'm going to drop one, but they're the nice kind. Of course I'm going to drop a few more now that I dropped one. But yeah, no, they're the good ones. They're the good ones. See the little wooden sticks? Red tip matches. So these are good for your incense, for your sage, for your cannabis, for whatever's clever. Yeah, good times. Good times. But you get these for absolutely free while supplies last. When you buy, it doesn't have to be the Kurt Cobain mug that I'm drinking from. It can be the Love mug, the Reincarnation mug, it can be the High Seas Heaven mug, it can be the, what else is there, Path of Passion mug, it can be the Crypto mug. The point is, there's quite a few mugs. I may have left one out, but bandfamous.etsy.com, you can check out, there's little sections as well if you don't want to go through all the shop items to find them. Right on the left-hand side of bandfamous.etsy.com, you just click on, I think it says the Band Famous Cups. So you click on the section that says Cups or Mugs or something like that. And you'll see, I think we have a total of 7 different mugs. And any one of those mugs, when you buy, and you can actually stack purchases. So for example, shipping is free, I think, with orders. It's either $30 or $35 or more. One of the two gives you free shipping. So if you get like a cup and a shirt, for example, we're still going to throw in a CD and matches while supplies last and that kind of thing. We just want to show our appreciation, so that is ongoing. Shout out to Headness Wanderer. He was the first friend and fan to take advantage, and we will have your autographed copy of Awakening coming soon with some matches and a little love and a little thank you note from Xander and I. So we're just so grateful because truly every music sale, every patron, every person tuning in, wherever you're tuning in, you all help support our Animal Rescue Sanctuary. Believe it or not, even tuning in, you help support our Animal Rescue Sanctuary with the little bit of ad revenue that does add up over time. We're very, very grateful. And yeah, we're always happy to grow our community and happy to hear that our music is touching and inspiring and uplifting for others. And it's just a great, great feeling. But speaking of, to be frank, we will have a limited number of CDs coming soon of that as well, because by request we're going to be sending a CD of To Be Frank to Europe. There's some places in Europe that are going to be sharing our music very soon, so stay tuned for that. No spoilers other than that. Just something to look forward to. We're very excited and certainly looking forward to it. And still riding the wave that Heat Wave played Mermaid Energy from To Be Frank on the radio in Brazil, and also reviewed the song. So we have an official music review in Portuguese. It's freaking awesome. It translates to English, pretty fun. I mean, obviously nothing translates perfectly, but man, so grateful. I'm gonna have some coffee. Cheers, y'all. Thanks for coming by. It was a morning stream, now it's an early afternoon stream, and I'll be back later, maybe 4:20, 4-ish, I don't know. I'll be back for a little bit to sing some music for y'all, but I'm actually not gonna just be like, I woke up like this. I'm actually gonna get cute for y'all. I'm gonna dress real nice. I'm gonna dress real nice for y'all. So I hope you'll come back and let me serenade you this afternoon. For those of you, it'll be about 4:20 Mountain Standard Time, probably 4, but you know, give or take 4:20, something like that. If you know, you know. But yeah, I'll be getting dolled up. I'll be sitting pretty, and I'll be hopefully singing something pretty that you enjoy. I'm still simmering on what I personally will decide to sing, so I'm more than open to your recommendations, to your song requests, to learning something new, to, yeah, I'm open to it. We can, if you guys want to do a listening party. Actually, speaking of that, I'm going to be doing a listening party on Bandcamp next Tuesday, May 7th. I believe that's the date. I'm looking at the calendar. Yeah, May 7th, I'm going to be doing a listening party, and you can listen to the whole album with me on bandfamous.bandcamp.com. It is announced on our Bandcamp, so you can see it there. And speaking of Bandcamp, last night before I went to bed, I noticed that someone new, I don't recognize the email, so I'm very excited because it means it's probably paying off from the new Twitter account that I mentioned that we made, Bandfamous Ranch, where one of the tweets is going viral with over 1 million views and a lot of bookmarks, likes, retweets, and some of the other tweets and things are getting attention, so it may be from that. I'm not entirely sure, but before I went to bed last night, I noticed, 1221 on the clock, that someone new bought our music. And it wasn't what I expected them to buy either. It was like they went through the whole, bought, what was the other one? Incandescent and Blue Dream. They bought those two. And that was just an amazing feeling. So, it was like $2, and I think after Bandcamp's cut, it's like $1.54 that goes to our PayPal. And that helps our Animal Rescue Sanctuary too. Everything adds up. So it's just such an incredible feeling. And I can't wait to share Champion Mindset with you guys. I think it's going to be as popular, if not more popular, than Mermaid Energy. And Mermaid Energy has been very popular. I even have girlfriends that are like, oh, I'm going to have to bop this on the lake this summer. Like, because I'm not the only one that used to pretend I was a mermaid when I was a little kid. So it's a vibe, for sure. It's a vibe. But Champion Mindset's a vibe too. And it's a different vibe, but it's a vibe. They're both kind of rock in their own sense, I think. Because, yeah. It may be Torch Thursday, but your girl has been inspired from everything from Motown, R&B, soul, classic rock, classical music. You know, all kinds of stuff, really. Metal, hard rock, all kinds of stuff. Not a lot of country, but occasionally I'll fuck with some Juice Newton or some Shania Twain, I'll admit. Or some, what's her name? Martina McBride, I think that's her name. There's a couple exceptions, once in a blue moon, but I rarely, no shade, y'all, if you like country music. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of other genres that pull me in, I guess. And then I guess it's no surprise with all the different genres that influenced me, that I grew up listening to, because I listened to all different kinds of music. And I remember even one time I was in an art class in college, and I had this mixed CD that I burned, and I'd forgotten it in the CD player in the art room, and in the art class. And when I went to look for it, it was gone. And I had this dream. And I was walking downtown, this small town where I wouldn't normally meet these type of folks. And I meet these Argentinians. And I'm like, oh, cool, nice to meet you. And they're like dressed colorfully, like celebrating the culture in my dream. And they're like, oh, we're Argentinians. And I was like, oh, nice to meet you. And I wake up, and this was actually a nap I took in between college classes. So I wake up and I go to my art class. And then there's this kid, and I don't even remember his name, no shade, but he's like, oh, here's your CD, I borrowed it, and then he puts on a different CD, and apparently from one of the songs on the CD, he had found a cover song of that song that was done by an Argentinian. So I thought that was interesting, because it was like I dreamt about it, and then I heard Argentinian music when I went to class that day, and I was like, huh. And if you're curious, I don't remember the name of the band that did the cover song, maybe y'all know, but I can tell you the original song that he found a cover song of was The Knife, Heartbeats. So yeah, The Knife is kind of a crazy band too. They're from Sweden, right? You guys probably know The Knife, maybe. I don't know. It's the one that's like, one night to be confused, one night to... Yeah, you know that song? It's like, we were in love. Yeah, The Knife is crazy. Anyway, that was cool. So, music's always been huge, and I've always enjoyed when anything that I've found in music or something, like, you know, a friend has enjoyed it and it's like shared, you know, it's like music, kind of like happiness is contagious, it feels like. And that's just my opinion. But it's an amazing feeling when there's people that are telling us that they are regularly, like this couple that heard Promises at a nightclub in St. Louis, for example. And apparently, okay, 18 plus and up, because I'm not trying to enable or condone this behavior, but apparently him and his girlfriend, they were doing some and they were at the club, they were out clubbing, and they heard Promises, and it was like a pretty big deal that they really enjoyed it, and they were like, they knew the DJ, and they were like, yo, who's that band, or like, what was that song? And this was a few years ago, so, and there's a lot of people that got a copy of the Awakening EP, so I'm still curious, like, what DJ, and either way, it's amazing. I'm beyond grateful, so grateful, whoever they are, so grateful to them. But now him and his girlfriend, almost every time that they do together, they listen to Promises by the band Famous. So I don't know if y'all are into that. I'm not encouraging, enabling, or condoning or condemning. I'm just saying that's pretty cool that our music made a lasting impact on this couple, that they regularly do it together, almost like a ritual together, like a meditation, if you will. Shamanic journey, going deep. That's freaking cool. Speaking of shamanic journey, that's awesome. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm Narelle, one half of the band Famous. I'm just chilling with y'all a little bit on this Torch Thursday. This is not the official Torch Thursday stream. This is just a casual chatting stream. I'm still brainstorming what kind of music I actually want to sing for y'all. I'm not necessarily planning to do any originals. I was actually going to pay homage to some of the older gems. But Xander's challenging me. He's like, don't do Ella Fitzgerald. Don't do, like, Etta James. Don't do, like, or I don't know if he said don't do Etta James, but I think he said don't do Ella Fitzgerald. He's, like, challenging me to not... I'm going to have to drink a lot of water, too, because my allergies have been a little bitch, but I'm still going to sing something. I don't know how well my voice will cooperate because I'm using it a lot today already, but we'll see. I'll have some time to recover to give the vocal cords a break before I come back and sing for y'all. I do want to get dolled up for you and you and you. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Torch Thursdays. I think it'll be a vibe. I'll be looking cute at the very least. I can promise that. I'll be looking cute and hopefully sounding good, whatever I decide to sing. What is torchy that you guys like? I don't know. Some Nat King Cole. Some, torch. I think of Ella Fitzgerald a lot, but Xander, again, he's challenging me. And I like his challenges. Some of his challenges lead to very popular songs and things original that unfold. Like the time I went to live stream some karaoke or something, and he challenged me to do some improvised music. So I started playing around on the loop station. And I think actually before I did any voice that day, I was playing on my electric guitar, which I have a guitar signed by Prince to my left. That's like my unofficial Grammy, because I don't know if we're going to win the trophies. If you know, you know. But this is like, I don't even play that guitar. It stays behind glass because it's like it was a gift from Xander. It was like my 31st birthday, I think, that he gifted it to me. But, yeah. But I have another guitar that I do play, that I've been itching to play, even though I kind of injured my hand recently doing some vehicle maintenance, because, as I mentioned earlier, your girl is not too proud, and when I want to get, like, some extra, food for the animals, or even food for us, for example, because we're not on welfare or anything like that, no shade to anybody who is, but the way I see it, I'm like, yeah, we do a lot of things, so... we have music sales, Etsy sales, patrons, and if we're coming up, where budget's tight with inflation and gas and everything, I hustle that DoorDash. I'm not afraid to put in work. I've done 12-hour days. I carry my 9. I got it licensed to me. I usually bring a big dog with me. I'm not a fool. But, I'm one of the best on the platform, so I can do it whenever I want, so it's nice. It helps the Animal Rescue Sanctuary, and I'm very grateful for that. But, yeah, so I do have a guitar that I like to play, and that one is that was also a gift from Xander, and that is shout out to Xander, the other half of the band Famous. That is my beautiful pink Fender Mustang. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. But yeah, he encouraged me to do some improv that one time. It wasn't even that long ago, y'all. I did it on the live stream. Some of y'all probably even saw the early formation of the song, because I later worked with it and did even more. But he encouraged me, and he was like, okay, here's a contribution. He was like, it's time to glow up, it's time to show up. He's like, that's what I got for you. I was like, okay, I can work with that. And then Space Jam was formed. And I started with laying down some guitar that I think I looped some of it, and some of it I just played live. I don't fully remember, but yeah, I played some guitar on stream, improvised, not rehearsed, not practiced. It was just like a song made up on a whim. Super fun time. It'll happen again. But today I'm just gonna get dolled up for y'all and sing some classics, more than likely. Maybe even some obscure stuff that y'all have never even heard. Maybe I'll fuck it up and do some obscure stuff. Maybe I'll do some original stuff if I get inspired, but no promises, because, yeah, no promises. Promises, okay? But, yeah, that was super fun when Xander encouraged that, and then Space Jam was formed. It was originally done on a live stream. As a matter of fact, you can hear that someone followed with the little the little notification that someone followed during that stream, and I kept it in the song. I was like, I'm not going to cut it out, because if I cut it out, it's going to fuck up the song, so I was like, fuck it, it stays. It stays in the song. So you can hear it. It's proof that it was done on a live stream first, that song. Shout out to Xander. His Music Mondays have been bopping, have been slapping. I don't know how many of y'all have seen them, but dang, man. Because I'll be, like, out doing some of the, like, because we tag team the duties around here, because it's a lot for just one person. So we, like, kind of tag team it, we pass the torch. Some days one of us will do everything on our own. Some days we'll do it together and we'll alternate, you know, things like that. So during the last Music Monday, for example, I was out, you know, taking care of all of the animals, so making sure the ducks, the chickens, the roosters, everybody had water, making sure the dogs had food and water, making sure the cats are good, which they usually, they free range a lot, so they're out hunting mice like crazy. But they come back every once in a while. They're like, yeah, we kind of live here. So we still have food for them occasionally when they do come back, you know, because they're little, they're out there like little sharks on the land, I swear. But anyway, yeah, and then there was the rabbits. There's composting the rabbits, feeding the rabbits, water, filling the waters for the rabbits, and those we actually we use the fertilizer. We use their poop. Their poo. We collect their poop. Poop. What a silly word, poop. Okay, I'm done with that. But yeah, we use their poop for the garden, y'all. It's all for fertilizer. We're working on growing some grains. We've got a few things we're going to be planting still. We're very excited. It was so funny. The chickens actually planted their own garden once, just based on some scraps we gave them. We gave them like some corn on the cob and some like yellow squash or some shit. I think it was yellow squash. It might have been zucchini. I think it was yellow. I don't remember. It might have been both. Either way, they got like corn and squash and something else growing together just from us giving them scraps. I was like, dang, y'all are almost better gardeners than me. My little dinosaurs. I love them. So yeah, their eggs help a lot. It helps buffer the dog food costs for the rescues so much when we mix in like eggs and things like that. Because kibble can be expensive, and we're actually very budget friendly, and we have a great quality food that's a really good price that we get. It's a couple hours away, commute-wise, so, but we do have to, you know, get a couple of bags at a time at least when we do, sometimes 3, depending on how low we are when we get it. But it's an active dog, all life stages formula, so it's perfect. It's perfect no matter what age of the dog in our care. It works for everyone. It makes everyone happy. And as a matter of fact, when they've been sold out of this dog food, we've like splurged on more expensive dog food when we've had to, and we hate when we have to because it's not cheap running an animal rescue. It's a lot of work, and food is not cheap. Hay, cracked corn, pellets, all that stuff, rabbit food, turtle food, dog food, cat food, all of it. It's not cheap. Oyster shell we got recently to help with calcium for all the eggs for the ducks and the chickens and everything that are laying, because we do have a bunch of them that lay. It's time for some coffee. Oh. But yeah. Interesting. So I hope everyone's having a great Thursday. Again, I will be going live again this afternoon, singing a little music, some kind of torch, even if I'm undecided in the moment. Some kind of torch shall be sang, possibly other genres as well. Definitely open to song requests and little interactive concert experience. I can be your human jukebox, baby. I can be your human jukebox. Usually. Yeah, little bit of work on the ranch to do, and then I do plan to get dolled up, because I literally just kind of rolled out of bed like this. Like, I slept in this shirt. I'm, like, semi in my PJs. I did throw on some shorts, but I mean, like, yeah, I woke up like this. So I'm actually going to be looking quite dapper for y'all a little later. I'll be putting myself together like a old town piano bar singer or some shit. I don't know. With my own spin on it. Okay? With my own spin on it. You heard? It'll be a good time. Music is so incredible. Oh my gosh. Sandra and I were listening to the Mamas and the Papas the other day. Oh my gosh. What was that song? Once Was a Time? Once was a time, I thought. I don't know. It's incredible. I don't think I'd ever heard it before and listened to it a few times. Like, whoa, what a masterpiece. And it's mostly just voices. And it's pretty fast, and it's just incredible. Oh, what a masterpiece. Some music, just, ooh, man. What an amazing thing. So making music is not easy. But I'm taking my time with Champion Mindset because I don't want to rush it. I do think that it's going to be something that will be enjoyed for a long time. I'm thinking so. I'm working on a little lyric video. I think it'll be good fun. Good fun. I look forward to sharing Champion Mindset. Which I also did probably part of it live. But since then I've tracked out guitar and I'm contemplating adding more background vocals. I'll be like driving home from door dashing, for example, and it'll just like pop in my head, you know. And I'll be singing it and like different melodies and things like that. So I'm like, maybe it's a sign. I might need to. That's why I'm taking my time. As much as I want to share it and get it out there, it's like, you know what? We'll just ride the wave. To be frank, just a little longer. We'll ride To Be Frank, because again, there's Brazil that shared Mermaid Energy. We're so grateful, and now there's countries in Europe requesting it that are going to be sharing it, and I don't even know. Some of them might already be doing it because it's hard to keep up. But I'm just, it's so amazing. We've got some great things coming out soon. We're truly blessed. Truly, truly blessed. I did injure my hand recently. I took the splint off for a little bit. I'm just giving it a break. But I don't know. I'm recovering pretty well. I'm pretty resilient. I'm pretty tough. I get a lot of my strength, believe it or not, from you guys. So you give me strength. You light my fire. Yeah. So this is I'm still playing with it. I'm not totally done with the setup, with the new stream setup. And this is a different streaming machine that I'm on. So hopefully it's a pretty good streaming experience. You guys can hear me okay. I know there's a little bit of glare from the sun outside. We're just going to have to deal with that. That's okay. But I'm actually not going anywhere. I just wanted to show off some of these scenes because I really like them. I'm digging the astrology theme. I'm actually not going anywhere, so I'm going to come right back. I'm going to come right back. We'll jump over to the intermission scene real quick. As a matter of fact. Now I'm up here. This is if I were to be doing any games or things, possibly in the future, maybe possible readings. I could have another camera set up that would have like the cards right here, for example. I've been thinking about that. I haven't done it yet, but it's certainly on the table. It's certainly something that could happen. Going back here. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I like you guys a lot. I'm so grateful for all of you hanging out, and I see quite a few of you hanging out with me, so cheers to all of you. How many of you also just kind of rolled out of bed and haven't done anything with yourself yet? I did a little bit of ranch work, but I have more to do. I think I'm gonna need more coffee. Didn't quite, I think Xander and I both, we're very reliant on caffeine, getting all this work done out here. So, we are on buymeacoffee.com as well, /thebandfamous, for those of you that want to buy me a coffee and put it in my cup. You can also get your own cup from bandfamous.etsy.com, and while supplies last, you'll get a free copy of our second album, Awakening, which I've showed on stream a few times, and I have right here. I can show again. The Awakening EP. And it's quite popular, actually. Believe it or not, it is quite popular. Some people really vibe with our music, and that's cool. We vibe with you too. And we're just grateful that some people do vibe with our music. I know we're kind of weird. I'm kind of weird, y'all. Weirdos unite. Weirdos to the front. But yeah, some matches. Matches and CDs, Soul Supplies last. As an extra thank you when you shop small at bandfamous.etsy.com. It doesn't have to be the Kurt Cobain mug, which you can't really see because of the glare. But you can see it at bandfamous.etsy.com. You can see all the mugs we have available. The offer is good for any mug that you may purchase when you shop small at bandfamous.etsy.com. bandfamous.etsy.com. That is our Etsy shop. And you'll also find it at bandfamous.com pretty easily. Another way you can help the animal rescue is if you want to give $1 a month or more. There's more tiers you can unlock, but even $1 a month, you'll get a lot of unlocked content as our thank you, and you will be supporting Animal Rescue Sanctuary every month with our patrons at patreon.com/thebandfamous. That is always appreciated. Wow. But yeah, if anyone in here is considering tuning in to Torch Thursday this afternoon, probably around 4-ish or so, and you have any requests, you want me to listen to any song in advance and consider singing it for Torch Thursday, feel free to share it with me. You can put it in the chat, or you can tweet it at us, or send it to us in DMs on Instagram, which, speaking of Instagram, and I mentioned Music Monday, shout out to Xander, I mentioned Music Mondays, where he gets down in the music studio, brought to you by the sun, as every stream here on TBF Network. We are streaming off solar power right now. But we try to be kind to the earth as much as we can, and kind to the animals, and kind to our fellow humans as much as we can. And it's, life is crazy. We're just so grateful to be here with all of you. But yeah, Music Mondays is every Monday, and as the name implies, there will be music on Music Mondays, and they're good times. They're good times. So far, I've always caught a vibe when I've tuned in or caught Xander's stream. And yes, we will be streaming music together coming up soon as well. We're just kind of playing with some ideas and some different kind of themes, if you will, for the time being. So right now we have Music Mondays, brought to you by Xander. We have Welcome Wednesdays starting next week, which will be hosted by me. And we will be inviting you to call in on the Band Famous Instagram, like a video call. And we'll have you on our stream, on our network, streaming to a multitude of places, and all of our audiences combined. And it's a time we welcome you. If you have anything you're working on right now, whether it's music or a book or, a YouTube channel or whatever you may be doing, art stuff, if you're building clocks, whatever it is, whatever you do, if you want to promote it, Welcome Wednesdays is the day to come and promote yourself, all right? Let's talk about you, baby. Let's talk about you, not me. Okay, yeah, see what I did there? Welcome Wednesdays, we want to be talking about you a lot more. We want you to call us. Of course, we won't be able to take all calls, but we'll take them as we're able. First come, first serve. And obviously, we're not taking all video calls. We're only taking video calls on Instagram during the time we are live for Welcome Wednesdays. I'm not entirely sure what time I'm going to start that yet. It depends on the weather a little bit because we are solar powered, but stay tuned. Follow us on social media to find out when you can see us next Wednesday, kicking off Welcome Wednesdays. If you would like to be one of our first guests, calling in and telling us about something that you're working on, something that you're excited about, or if you just want to call in and say hi, that's fine too. But we want to invite you. We want to share our audience with you and give you a chance to tell people what you're doing, what you're up to. So if you are an entrepreneur of any kind, or an artist or creative or doing anything, and you want to get the word out, you are welcome to do so on our TBF network every Welcome Wednesday. I'll be sharing a flyer with that soon, so you'll see more details on our social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. There's a lot of flyers out already for some of what I've already mentioned. So we have Music Mondays, Welcome Wednesdays, Music Mondays with Xander, Welcome Wednesdays with Narelle, that's me, one half of the band Famous. And then we have Torch Thursdays, which is today. Today is Torch Thursday. This is not Torch Thursday right now. Torch Thursday will be starting in a few hours from now, around 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so about 3 hours. I gotta get dolled up and, lunch, hydrate, all that good stuff, and then get dolled up and then come and sing for you. And I hope that you will come back and let me serenade y'all. And again, I'm open to song requests as well. I'm not entirely sure. I have an idea of a couple of songs I might pull out that are kind of torchy. I don't know what genre they officially fall into, but they got some torch elements. So, yeah, should be a good time. Definitely gonna test it, see how it goes. So then, yeah, we have Music Mondays, Welcome Wednesdays, Torch Thursdays, and then Friday, up next, we have Fantasy Fridays with Narelle. Fantasy Fridays with Xander. Gotcha. Fantasy Fridays with Xander, where he will be streaming, you guessed it, fantasy games, and that will always be a fun time as well. And then back again for Sci-Fi Saturdays with Xander, and then back with me on Soulful Sundays, where anything goes music-wise. I might do original, you have no idea what I might do, but it's going to be from my soul, because it's Soulful Sundays. And I'll be rocking with you here on TBF Network. So you can look forward to that. Those are some new shows we're very excited about. We plan to do them weekly. And yeah, we hope that you enjoy them. And we look forward to hearing about your exciting projects on Welcome Wednesdays. And look forward to singing for you later today. Once I figure out what I'm going to sing for you, we'll figure it out. It'll be fun. I'm gonna have fun with it. I have so much music that I love. Sometimes it's hard to know what I want to sing. If you know what I mean, it's like, God, there's so much that you're just like, I don't even know. But it's all good. Drop something. There we go. Alrighty. But yeah, it's gonna be fun times. It's gonna be fun times. Always good vibes. All good vibes are welcome here, and it's always good vibes. We like the good vibes. We're all about it. That's why we are helping animals nearly every day, because animals are good vibes and they deserve it. Some of them have been horribly neglected and or abused. Like the first animal we ever rescued, her name is Kid. She's a puggle. We rescued her from the streets of East Los Angeles, where she lived the first 4 to 5 years of her life. She was drinking her piss, not eating peanut butter that we tried to give her, not eating food. She was emaciated. Her teeth are still pretty bad. We're still working on those. I've just been brushing them myself. I'm trying to brush them more frequently and get better at that. It's tough. But yeah, she has PTSD from the streets, from being on the streets all those years. And sometimes, at night, we generally crate her so she doesn't, get triggered and start a fight with one of the other animals, because she does have PTSD. Very much so, that poor pup. But I'll tell you what, she's living her best life, and she just loves rolling in the blankets, and she's so happy. She's so happy. She's definitely living her best life with us. She only gets triggered once in a while. She gets triggered by, horses for some reason in, TV shows. If there's a horse, she gets triggered by that. Thunder, things like that. Sometimes if she hears other dogs far off in the distance, but I don't know. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. Managed to even teach her some tricks, believe it or not. But, yeah. She had a rough life, and I'm just glad that she's living her best life with us now. And, again, our wolf dog, he needs lots of extra protein, so the chickens help a lot with that, with the eggs, and they help Xander and I, because we eat eggs. Everybody loves eggs. We've actually got people that want to buy our eggs right now, but we're not selling them. We might eventually, but right now it's I don't know, we got a wolf dog, and we're just maybe one day we'll sell them. We're thinking about it. But right now it's strictly for the animal rescue and feeding us and feeding the wolf dog and the Dobermans and all the dogs. And the turtle eats eggs too that we rescued, Miss Jessica Jones. And I do want to budget and get some It's some kind of koi food that's actually really good for aquatic turtles. It's like, it's not even that much money. I can't remember off the top of my head. But when you run an animal rescue, everything's kind of a lot because it all adds up. So that's why we're so grateful to everyone supporting us on Patreon and to everyone who's buying our music. Again, last night I went to bed and new people were buying my music before I went to bed. I didn't recognize them. I'm like, this is not someone I know. That's really cool. That's just incredible to me. And then again, we're working on sending out autograph copies of our Awakening EP with matches while supplies last. For those of you who do take advantage of the promo that when you buy any mug from bandfamous.etsy.com, anytime we see an order for any kind of mug sold from bandfamous.etsy.com, we will work on putting together a care package and getting complimentary autographed copy of our second album in CD, The Awakening EP, and matches while supplies last. And we will be having some limited copies of To Be Frank coming soon. We are getting music to Europe. And I'm just grateful. I'm humble, but we're going viral, you know? And I'm grateful because, man, it's hard. It's hard being indie, but it gets easier when more people know about you, you know? And know what you're doing, know about your mission, know about the animals that you're helping, that you're providing sanctuary for, that you're fostering, that you're rehoming, that you're feeding, that you're, you know? It's a lot. Couldn't do it without you. So truly, 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 thank you for tuning into TBF Network, because even tuning into TBF Network, you support the animal rescue, you support all of our efforts, you support us being independent. It's a major show of support every time you tune in with us. It's justice. Every time. It's literally fuel for our fire, and it helps put food not only on our tables, but it helps us feed the animals in our care at our rescue sanctuary. You're literally helping rescue animals every time you tune in. Whether it's Music Mondays, Welcome Wednesdays, Torch Thursdays, whatever, you know, Fantasy Friday, Sci-Fi Saturday, Soulful Sunday, whatever's in between, because we will occasionally, just like right now, stream unannounced, stream without a flyer, stream unaccording to prediction or plans, because we're just spontaneous like that, and sometimes we just want to come on and just express our gratitude and hang out with our virtual audience. We love you guys. And with that, think about what songs you might want to hear me sing later, and I hope you'll join me later this afternoon when I come back live, totally transformed. I will be a doll. You won't want to miss it. I'm going to be looking fine, and I'm hoping to blow your mind singing something from another time. But thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I hope to see you later this evening, this afternoon, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, approximately.